graders, Mr. Justin here with your intro to high school and beyond. You all are going to get these amazing workbooks today that'll give you kind of a guideline, a little bit of info on all the high schools in the city. And then you're also getting today some documents that I want you to read over, and I also want you to give to your parents because ultimately they make the decision on what high school you go to. So there's a couple things that your teachers are going to go over with you this morning. First thing, you all are going to get your New Orleans Guide to High School books, and then I want you all to do a quick analysis, or you could say a compare and contrast of two schools. I want you all to look at Edna Carr, which will be on page 73. And then you're going to compare what Edna Carr offers. You're going to compare things such as their mission statement, their program offerings. You're going to look at their educational data, basically whether they were an A, B, C, D, or F school. You're going to be looking at their school performance score. You're going to be looking at their average ACT score. You did not want to end up at a school where the average for their high school class, when they took the ACT, the average was 14, 15, 16. Anything like that is a red flag that you want to go off in your mind. It's like, if I'm a senior at that school, this is the average. Probably not a good idea to end up at a school with an average, 14, 15, 16, things like that. So you're going to look at that. You're going to look at discipline rates. How many students per year how many students per year actually get suspended out of school? How many expulsions happen? How many students get expelled? And then you're going to look at percentage accepted to post-high school education. So things like how many students from the graduating class last year ended up with the at a vocational trade school? How many went to a 2-year school? How many went to a 4-year school? So those are the things you're going to look at, and you're going to be comparing on page 73. You're going to look at Edna Carr's data. All right. Good old Edna Carr. And you're going to compare their offerings and their data with that of Landry Walker. I want you to look at both of those schools. Your teachers are going to give you about 3 to 4 minutes to just look at the different offerings that they have, right? Advanced placement classes, whether or not there's arts and education classes. Is there transportation provided? What are the extracurricular activities? What sports? Things like that. So your teachers are going to give you a couple minutes to just look over Landry Walker and then compare what they have and what they offer to what Edna Carr has and what they offer. You'll have this book. It's yours. You can mark it up. You can keep it. It's yours. And you'll have it to look over. You'll also have it to talk with your parents as you are making truly informed decisions about where you want to spend your next 4 years. All right. And then you're also going to get this high school application information packet. All right. And it's filled with awesome information. All right. The first page is a letter. This is what your parents are going to read because very important. November 22nd, the One App period starts. So November 22nd, you want to get on that internet and you want to start signing up for high school using our One App application. All right. So your parents are going to read that. You can read it over as well. And then the second page is giving you some information. These are the top high schools in the city. As you can see, the list is short, right? There's only about 15 schools on here. But that's 15 schools that you get to choose from that are offering A, B, or C educations. All right, so you want to make sure you're looking at schools on this list with your parents when you're thinking about what school you want to put on your One App. You have to put a minimum of 5 schools, 5 or more. I say 8 because it's best to have more. You don't want to end up in a situation where you're not placed in a school because you didn't put enough on your application. And once the main round is over, we'll talk more about this later, but once the main round is over, it's slim pickings to get into an A, B, or a C school. So you have a bunch, right? 15, not really a bunch because there's like 40 schools in the city, high schools, but open enrollment high schools. But you do have a good amount to choose from. So no less than 5. All right, moving on. The next page, just a quick how to complete the One App. right? This is for you and your parents. Gives you step-by-step information on how to get the one app done. And the page after that is where you should put your choices when you're ranking them, right? You want to think about your rankings. And then you have frequently asked questions. I think this is going to be very, very helpful for your parents. If they run into some, snafus or something like that, and they're like, I don't really understand this process, I need further explanation. The frequently asked questions page is 7 pages that's attached on the end of this document. It gives parents all the answers to all the questions that they might have. And ultimately, if their questions are still not answered, at the bottom of that first page, you have my information. I am more than available to take parents' phone calls to answer any questions that they have. All right, that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for your attention. Take your time to read through these workbooks and make a great selection. You and your parents, when you're thinking about what high school you go to, you got all the information you need. Signing out, yours truly, Mr. Justin. Over and out.